What up guys? So today I'm going to show you my 3 favorite knots to tie when I'm out there on the water. 99% of the time you will see me tie a knot. It'll be one of these 3 knots. I've never had a problem with them, so I thought I'd go ahead and share them with you guys. Stay tuned. First line is the double Albright. It's a leader knot, line to line. One of my favorites, and I'll show you guys right here how to tie it, and I'll talk about why it's my favorite when I'm done showing you. So I'm going to scoot up here so you guys can see how I tie this. Okay, so you're going to have this green line. I'm using a little bit thicker cord here so you guys can see what's going on. This thicker line right here is going to be my main line, so it's going to be coming from my rod tip. My rod tip is that way, and then this line right here, this is going to be my leader. So you got your main line right here. You're going to make a loop. Okay, now my loop's going to be a little big because I'm using some thick cord here. But you're going to make a loop just about like that. Okay? Then with your leader, you're going to make another loop. Just like that. Okay? So you have your main line coming from your rod tip. And you got your leader line right here. You're going to take your main line. You're going to go under or over, doesn't matter. You're going to go through, see that? You're going to go through the loop of your leader. Go through the loop. Okay, you're going to pull that through just a little bit, give yourself some extra line right there, and then you're going to start wrapping. Okay, and usually we go about 13 wraps. Since I'm using such thick line right here, I'm probably only going to do about 4 or 5, just to show you guys. You guys will get the understanding here. So there's 3, probably just do 1 more, 4. Okay, so pretend I did 13 more, right? So you got 13 wraps on there around your leader. Your main line is wrapped around your leader 13 times. So you're going to look at your knot right here, or your loop from your leader, and you're going to see which way you put the loop in from. Okay, so right here I went underneath. I brought my line in from underneath up through the leader. So then you're going to take this little tag end that you got, the loop that you originally made from your main line, and you're going to put it back through the opposite way. So when I originally came through, I came through from the bottom up, but now I'm going to go from the top down. Okay, so you're going to put the top, or go down through the top, you're going to grab that loop, and you're going to pull it tight. Always, this is your fishing line. I'd recommend some little spit. Okay, you're going to pull that tight, as tight as you can get it. It's a little weird here. It's a little weird here with thick cord. And you're going to pull on all your lines. Okay, pull on these lines, pull on these lines. Okay, pull on everything you got there. And that, right there, is double Albright looks like. And then you're going to cut all your tag ends. Okay, so you're going to have 3 tag ends from your main line, and you're going to have 1 tag end from your leader. You're going to cut all of those lines as short as you want them. Because basically, your main line is wrapped around your leader. So it's just holding on there super tight. It's got a bunch of friction in there. It isn't going anywhere. So you can cut those tag ends as short as you want them. And one of my favorite reasons why I love this knot so much is because when you go to cast, this knot is so thin profile. Okay, obviously it doesn't look like it here because I'm using cord and rope, but it's such a thin profile that it goes right between your guides. Okay, imagine that's your guide, right? So that's your guide. Your line's going through your guide. It just easily goes in and out. There's no friction there whatsoever. There's no catching on the eyelet of your rod. You can make nice long casts with it, especially when you're ice fishing and you reel it all the way up and you got 4 or 5 feet of leader. You don't have to worry about, going to drop back down and you're not getting stuck in the end of your eyelet. It's just a pain in the butt. So that is double Albright. I use it all the time for inshore fishing, snook, redfish, trout, bass, you name it. You can use double Albright for it. Guys, so this is going to be the second knot. It's called the FG knot. It's super
Awesome when you guys fish for big fish. I love using it for fish over 100 pounds. You can definitely use it for fish under 100 pounds, but I'm going to put this in my mouth, so if it's hard to hear, that's why. Because you want a lot of tension on this line, okay? So my rod tip is this way, and my line is running this way. Okay, so my rod tip's that way. So you're going to take your leader, which I have right here, and you're going to make a cross, okay? You're setting your leader on top of your main line, okay? And you're going to make a cross. You're going to pinch at that cross, just like that, where your main line and your leader cross. You're going to pinch right there. Give yourself about, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches of, because this is your tag end of your leader. Give yourself 6 or 8 inches of tag end of leader. Then you're going to take your tag end of your leader. You're going to go underneath the main line, just like that, towards the rod tip, and pull. And essentially what you've done right there is you've made a loop, okay? And so you're looping your main line onto your leader. So then you're going to take the same, your tag end, you're going to go towards your mouth, underneath the main line, grab it, and cinch it down. Just like that. Okay? You've made another loop around your leader. So you take it, go underneath, pull over, cinch it down. Towards your mouth, underneath, pull over, cinch it down. And you're going to keep making these loops. Okay, they're going to keep wrapping onto your leader. And the more loops you do, the better and tighter this knot is going to be. Okay, so you're going to want to do about 20 of these. I usually do 30. Okay, but I wouldn't do any less than 20. So I'll do it one more time. You're going to go underneath, grab it, cinch it down, just like that. Go underneath, grab it, and cinch it down, just like that. Okay, now I have some thick cord here, so I'm only going to do, I think I've already done 6, so I'm only going to do about 6 of these. Okay, I think you guys get the idea. So once you've done 20 or 30 of these, okay, so once you've done 20 or 30 loops, you're going to take the tag end of your leader and line it up with your main line going towards your rod tip. Your rod tip's that way. Take this tag end and you're going to line it up with your main line. Then you're going to take the tag end of your main line right here, and you're going to tie a half hitch around both sets of line, your leader tag and your main line, because your rod tip's that way. So you make these parallel. Okay, you're going to take this, go over the top, reach through the hole, and pull it tight. And you're cinching this down nice and tight. Just cinching that down. Okay, and you're going to want to do about 3 of these. I usually do 5. I've caught Goliath on this. I've caught amberjack. I've caught sharks. If you're fishing for big fish, this is the only way to go. Okay, so go over the top, just like that. Right? Reach through your loop. Grab your line. And then you're just going to want to cinch it down. Nice and tight. Okay. I'll do one more. Over the top. Reach through. Cinch it down. And you're just cinching down these loops that you've made on your line. You want to make these loops nice and tight. Okay, there's not a lot of space in here. Okay, they're nice and tight together, just like that. Okay, so you're going to want to do about 20 or 30 of these wraps, and then you're going to do about 3 to 5 half hitches. Okay, I find this knot pretty difficult to tie on lighter test, anything under 60-pound test, I would prefer to use the double Albright when I'm using that. So, but if you guys are fishing for big fish, this is the only way to go. It's an awesome knot. It's got a super thin profile, so it'll reel right up into your guys' guides. You can cut these tag ends as short as you want them. Cut them right off at the base of your knot here, and you're set to go.
So this is the last knot I'm going to show you guys. Hands down my favorite knot for fishing. Whether you're tying it to the eyelet of your hook or you're out camping, I mean, this knot is the most useful knot ever, and I'll show you guys a couple reasons why I tie it. It's called the Duncan loop. Hands down my favorite fishing knot to ever use. Okay, and I'm using this chair right here because it's a lot easier for you guys to see. So pretend this is the eyelet of your hook, right? So you're going through the eyelet of your hook. So you're going to take your leader or whatever you're going to tie to your hook, okay? Whatever line you're using to tie to your hook. You go through the eyelet of your hook, just like that, right? So go through the eyelet of your hook. Then you're going to want to give yourself, probably, not too short a tag end, but a fair amount of tag end. Okay? You're going to pinch it just like that. You're going to go underneath. Let me give myself a little more because I got a big cord. You're going to go underneath. So you create a loop, just like that. Okay, super easy to tie. So you create a loop. Guys, see that? You're going to take the tag end right here. You're going to go through the loop you just created, just like that. There's one. You're going to take that tag end. You're going to go, so I hope you guys can see this. You're going to go through, just like you did before. Go through the loop again, reach around, and pull it over the top, just like that. Okay, and I usually do about 4 of these. And I'll use 4 for just about everything. If I'm fishing for trout, snook, drum, catfish, okay? And this is one of my favorite knots to use, even in big water. I mean, those Goliath and amberjack I've caught, the sharks I've caught, I use this exact same knot. Just go underneath, through the loop that you made, just like before. Bring it up through, reach over the top, and pull it around. You want to do that 4 times. Just like that. Okay? Then when you pull this tight, just going to slowly pull it together. Okay? And you're going to see that your knot is actually way up here. So you're just going to pinch your knot right at the top and just slide it right down the line. Just perfect, just like that. You're going to cinch it on there really tight, as tight as you want. Now, one of the things I love about this knot is if you're live bait fishing, you can slide this knot back up the line. Okay, slide it back up the line. Put your finger in between the loop and pull it tight right there. Okay, it's hard to pull this. Pull it tight right there. And that way, when your hook's right here and your bait's out here, it's going to give it a lot more movement, a lot of movement on your hook, rather than just cinching it down real tight. Okay, I also love it when I'm ice fishing and you want your jig or your spoon to have a little bit more action. Bring this knot up just a little bit, cinch it down, and you got a lot more movement action. This is my hands down favorite knot. I use it in, just about any situation. Fishing, hunting, camping, doesn't matter. This knot is awesome and it will not come undone. Okay, and then I take my tag end, and I trim it as short as I want. Okay, just bam, right there. Nice and tight, not going anywhere. So that's it for today. Those are the 3 knots I was going to show you guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, do me a favor, go down here, hit that subscribe button. Until then, keep those rods bent and those lines tight, and I'll see you guys again soon.